Yo, Shortbox Nation, this is Botter, and I'm here to tell you right now that con season starts early this year with the return of Northeast Florida's premier anime, comic book, and sci-fi event, Collective Con. That's right, Northeast Florida's largest pop culture convention returns for its 10th year on March 8th through the 10th at the Prime Osborne Center in Jacksonville, Florida. 10 years of Collective Con, they're pulling all the stops out to make sure this is a can't-miss event. And the guest list they got going, don't even get me started on the guest list. I mean, they've got A-list celebrity guests and voice actors from some of your favorite movies, anime, and video games like Elijah Wood and Sean Ashton, Ray Park, Trisha Helfer, Ross Marquand, Max Middleman, and Bo-Katan herself will be there, Katie Sackhoff. Tell me what other convention is giving you the opportunity to meet Frodo and Sam from Lord of the Rings, Darth Maul, and One Punch Man all under the same roof. Only at Collective Con. And if you're looking to get some of your favorite comics signed, or if you want to get an original sketch from some of the best comic artists in the world, well, you're in luck, because there'll be plenty of comic and creator guests there, like DC comic artist extraordinaire Clay Mann, Harvey Award-nominated illustrator John Taylor Christopher, Marvel and DC cover artist Chris Stevens, and acclaimed Star Wars author Timothy Zahn. They'll all be at Collective Con this year. And if you're looking to bring the family, or if you want to make a weekend out of it, you're in luck, because there'll be so much going on at Collective Con that weekend in the form of vendors, fan panels, video game tournaments, cosplay contests, after parties, and a bunch of fan events. You can purchase single and 3-day weekend passes now using the link in this episode's show notes, or by going to collectivecon.com to book your tickets and hotel. Buy your tickets now, and I'll see you at Collective Con, March 8th through the 10th. Now let's start the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Shortbox, Season 6, yeah.
I was really excited to record today, like more excited than normal.
Oh.
It's been like, what, 3 weeks since we last saw each other?
I think so.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, just the thought of you guys having Sundays free and like...
This is both ways. You're like, oh, I'm still moving, guys. Oh, man, this move. Still
hard.
unpacking. You could have probably drug this out another 2 or 3 weeks.
Butter took vacation. He had some PTO.
I'm sure all of you guys have experienced it, because I think all of you have moved within like the last couple of years, but I did not realize how much useless shit I have until I've had to like unpack.
I realized how much useless shit you had. I realized 40 pounds worth, 60 pounds worth, 70 pounds worth.
All these hardcovers.
Oh my God.
That's what happens when you live a bougie lifestyle like Botter does.
Oh.
He's like, I refuse to buy paper trades. Hardback for me. I'll make my friends work like Hebrew slaves.
I have never looked at my omnibuses with so much disdain. Like,
If it's not
what
an
do I
omnibus,
need
is
them
it even
for?
a real comic? Is it even really a comic book?
Right.
God. Actually, in that vein, I do want to shout out some folks that helped move the Shortbox Studios. Cesar, of course.
You're goddamn right.
Thank you very much. Corey Torgerson came out. Wow. Helped out. Adrian Ross, also a good friend of the show, came
Big
out.
ups, Adrian.
John Beatty was out there.
Yeah.
Even my brother Joseph was out here moving.
right.
Helping with the Shortbox.
Old ass John Beatty.
Yeah, man. All Shortbox fans and friends helping us establish the new Shortbox Studios, man. So much more space now. I mean, Ed's got his feet kicked up.
Oh, this is nice.
Fly-ass jacket. Ashley's got a scarf. Doing big things.
What is happening right now?
Oh, man.
I'm confused.
Cesar's got the kick boot, the boots made for kicking ass. I mean, man.
He's got the Doc Martens.
Doc Martin. Thank you.
No, it's worse. These are from NAS Jacks.
Oh, he got the
these
NAS
are
Jacks
regulations.
joints.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This was like Botter saying, hey, I'm going to Video Game Rescue. You there? I was like, what? Hold on, I'm up. Yeah, let's go.
Damn, those are your default shoes?
Is this from the military outlet store?
They're from the base, sir.
Oh,
That's from
wow.
not the commissary, the exchange.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you for reminding
No tax.
me.
Correct.
Love it.
And let me continue the shout-out train. Shout-outs to Steve.
No, I'm not done
Steve.
talking about my boots.
They're nice boots.
Shout-outs to Steve and Gabriel at Video Game Rescue for helping me finally get a video game I've been missing
True
for a
story.
long time now.
Yeah, no. Tell them.
Oh.
Oh,
What
man.
game is it?
Sucker Punch
What
the
game is it?
The movie, the game.
I wish. I backed that
I feel
project.
so uncomfortable right now.
I backed that project up on Kickstarter a while ago. Still waiting on that one. No, I finally picked up Pokemon Gold, as nerdy as that sounds.
Oh.
So I picked that up today. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing that.
Dude,
I don't know what else I need to say.
last night he got a phone call from Video Game Rescue. I thought it was an important, like, it's an emergency because of the way he answered. He was like, hello? This is he.
Who's in the hospital?
When someone says, this is he,
This is he.
it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like a personal call. It's like, yeah, what's up, man? He was like, hello? This is he.
This is he.
Hey, Gabriel, hey. And I'm like, what? Who the fuck is Gabriel? And why the fuck is he interfering in my friend time right now?
Oh.
So then
Friendacy.
So then Barter was like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, no. Well, I can call. Okay, well, I appreciate the call. Listen, the Short Box, here at the Short Box Studios, we like to extend our deepest sympathies. Thoughts and prayers. I'm sitting here like, who is he talking to? He hangs up and he was like, yeah, that was Video Game Rescue. They got my Pokemon Go! Finally!
This is he.
This is he.
This is he.
That's hilarious.
So shout outs to them boys. What else do I got to shout out real quick? This cat named Tim Stacy. He reached out on Instagram during our hiatus, and he said we have one of the best podcasts he's found.
Whoa!
So shout out to Tim Stacy for reaching out. He's also a comic book artist too. He goes by Tim Stacy 30 on Instagram. So shout outs to him. Shout outs to the Comic Book Fiend Club as well, specifically Chris Garcia, aka Dollar Bin Bandit. He reached out and said that the Comic Book Fiend Club wanted to do a quick little spotlight on the show
Nice.
and all of us. So he sent some
awesome.
questions from
those guys are like
Intense.
Intense. And I'm not going to say I'm scared of them. All right, I'm not going to say I'm
They're
scared.
the
of them.
Hell's Angels of comics.
But they are the Hell's Angels of comics. Like every time I see their
They got
Instagram
colors.
posts-
They got patches.
Yeah,
They got
all I hear is
regions.
like-
no, regions.
Yeah, like
They got chapters.
What president of this chapter?
They're the chapters. It's like,
You know,
oh my
fucking
God.
riding through this world, down down to man.
Look, all I know is that we got Chadwick on our side and Jonathan to vouch for us, so we should be good.
I mean, maybe we can't even make those brothers mad.
True. I mean, Drew's not here with us for a reason today.
Oh shit!
Damn. Ooh, they heard about what he had to say about Sam Raimi in that last episode.
Are we going to go into that later?
We can.
Because I got some words.
And I think the only other shout out I wanted to give is to all the podcasters that came out this past Wednesday for our first podcaster meetup of the year.
Yes.
And possibly our best attended meetup event. It was like over 50 local Jax podcasters that came out.
It helps when you pad the deck when you invite friends and family.
That's true. That's
Your
true. I
mom,
invited
your
my
dad,
6 brothers,
You know,
the cuz,
my mom,
yeah.
my dad.
So shout outs to the Cordero family for helping us do for helping us have the best attended podcaster meetup. But no, really, shout outs to all the podcasters that came out. Shout out to Buzzsprout for being an awesome sponsor. And for all of you listening that are interested in starting a podcast, or you have a podcast and you want to network with other like-minded folks, we do a quarterly Jax Podcaster meetup. We'll have the next one in May.
Cool.
And you know what? It's been a couple weeks since we were on the mic, so I should probably go ahead and welcome all the new listeners to the Short Box Podcast. My name is Bader Milligan. I'm your host. I'm joined by my awesome, fantastic crew. My right-hand man, Cesar Cordero.
Stick 'em.
Yes. The chilling like a villain, Edmund Danza.
Oh, so comfortable.
Ooh.
So nice.
The scarf, Ashley Laney Hoy.
The scarf.
I was the hat like
Actually,
2 months
the
ago
scarf
too.
landing.
Do you remember
I
that?
like it. I like these things. Like Ashley's like, how you doing? It's like the beginning of Goodfellas. You look like they're like cameras panning across the room. As long as I can remember, I always wanted to be a podcaster. There was Bader the mispronunciation military.
Damn, that's a good one.
Next thing I knew, there was Edmund Ramen Noodle Danzar.
Oh, I love ramen.
There was.
That's kind of racist, but it's fine.
Hold on.
Just a tinge, just a
Next
tinge.
to him, next to him, there was Cesar Big Lips Cordero.
Big lips.
It wasn't because he liked to talk to the police. He just had big fucking lips.
This is genetic.
Damn.
thing.
Of course, always hanging with the bunch was Ashley the Scarf because she choked out motherfuckers
Yeah.
with her scarf.
Dude. Ashley, that you got to own up
The
to this.
scarf.
Don't be ashamed by it.
I feel like I can't even accessorize. Remember 2 months ago I wore a hat and I was Ash Ketchum? Like t-shirt and jeans. Like
It wasn't
that's
even
it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
God damn it.
Butter. Hold on. I did not approve of
She
this.
said Ash Ketchum. And I know I said it, right?
Yeah.
Son of a
Yeah, you
bitch.
I'm sorry.
And I was like, she's just wearing a baseball cap. It's not even like a Pokemon hat.
Right.
Or the colors.
That is fucked
was
up. Listeners, the short box does not approve or
Man, I miss you motherfuckers. God, that was so good. I forgot about that one. We need to keep a
Ash
running track.
Ketchum. Oh no.
We need to set aside like some funds to continue letting you accessorize with the most random stuff just for these nicknames.
It's not random.
A
It works
scarf
with,
and a hat.
Yeah, it works with the outfit.
Yeah, whatever.
I was like, it's random. It's random.
Next week, it's an ascot. Yeah.
Chris Claremont, okay. Special guest Chris Claremont.
Fred from Scooby Doo.
So yes, welcome to the Short Box Podcast, Jacksonville, Florida's premier comic book and pop culture podcast, as you can tell
You wouldn't
so
think
far.
it. You wouldn't think it.
Yes, it's been about 3 weeks since we've been on the mics. Our last episode was Salty Sunday. That was episode 278, and that's when we united to discuss the upcoming Disney and MCU films. We talked about the new comic book publisher, Bad Idea. We talked about the Birds of Prey movie, and also we let Drew vent about his salty loathing for Sam Raimi.
Why?
I know.
Why?
That episode is available on wherever you get your podcast. That one is called Salty Sunday. This is episode 279. This episode is sponsored by CollectiveCon, North Florida's premier comic book. North Florida's premier pop culture event is returning for another huge year of music, comics, entertainment, art, cosplay, and more on March 20th through the 22nd. You'll find out more about the convention later on in the show. We're also giving away a pair of 3-day passes to the convention, and it's pretty simple how you can win them. I'll give more details after our music break here, so stay tuned for that. And before we begin, I know, that I think you might have had a chance to either listen to the prior episode or you at least saw everything we were saying about Sam Raimi. Did you want to share your Sam Raimi?
Is this my rebuttal? My
Rebuttal.
in defense of Sam Raimi?
Yes, because C was hitting me up.
IDSR?
C had hit me up a couple times like, dude, what's going on with Drew and Sam Raimi? I'm seeing that all over the feed.
You know what's funny is that I was looking at it and like someone who has never heard of the Short Box, I was like, what's going on with all this Sam Raimi stuff? Why is there so much beef? I don't get it. And Botter's like, man. So he explained all of it to me. So apparently, and correct me if I'm wrong, Scott Derrickson is no longer a part of Doctor Strange 2?
Just as producer.
Oh, so he executive producing?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Still wants to check.
So if he's executive producing, and is it 100% certain that Sam Raimi is directing, or are they in talks to get Sam Raimi?
It was like a rumor by the time when we were.
I think it was, when we were talking about it, was still kind of a rumor. But,
okay.
But Derrickson was like praising Sam Raimi in a tweet. So it's like, I think it's official now.
So it's kind of like viral marketing on
probably.
his part.
Yeah.
This might be his handpicked guy.
Got
I
it.
don't know.
And I don't mean to retread over stuff that you guys already talked about. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the facts straight as it were.
Yeah. But that's what started that diatribe.
So I mean, look, I'm not gonna. You know, everyone has their own opinion, right? I just merely ask that you show your work, and all I'm saying is that Sam Raimi, who has a history of working within studio parameters, right? He's not really known for being a rule breaker unless it's his own project that he's funded, that he has complete creative control over, right?
Yeah.
Sony and Spider-Man, Marvel. He was perfectly fine. It's like, I want to make a monster. No, he didn't do that. He wasn't like a Tim Burton, where like he'd be like,
This is my Batman now.
exactly.
It's no Batman for the first
Right.
2 hours of this movie.
Like the real hero is the Joker,
Or the Penguin.
right? Or the Penguin, right? But like Sam Raimi, let's just go with the facts, right? Scott Derrickson was hired to direct Doctor Strange because of his rep for The Exorcism of Emily Rose, right? At least that's how they marketed it. They marketed it like, so Scott Derrickson, horror extraordinaire,
Supernatural
right?
guy. Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. And then you watch Doctor Strange, and it's like, it's serviceable. It's not bad. You know, it did what it was supposed to do, but was it mystical? Was it like supernatural? Was it horrific in the sense? Not really. And to be perfectly honest with you, The Exorcism of Emily Rose ain't that scary.
No.
And the parts that are have nothing to do with the direction or cinematography of the film. It has more to do with the actress and the writers. Period. Dot. And the story that it's based off of, right? So Scott Derrickson, out of the loop. So that's what happens when you get some who quote unquote is a master of horror, to direct your fucking thing, right? Sam Raimi he has never said, you've heard how he talks, right? Like he's like, I'm a master of horror. No. If anything, Sam Raimi thinks of himself as an Alfred like Hitchcock, because he likes coming to the set dressed up like with a suit and tie, because Hitchcock did that. That's what he does, right?
Yeah.
So,
and that was my argument too, because I think he was like a more versatile filmmaker than people give him credit.
Right. So with literally a fart, a shoestring, and a piece of gum, Sam Raimi made Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Right? And did so well that it got the attention of a major motion picture studio, and they gave him their largest property, which was a tentpole thing, Spider-Man, right?
The largest comic book property.
Exactly. Like James Cameron was attached to this at one point in time. So was Arnold Schwarzenegger at one point in time. But the idea being that Sam Raimi has never been the one guy to be like, yeah, I'm the horror guy. I'm the edgelord. But if you watch Spider-Man 2, I pose to anybody, Spider-Man 2 has the scariest moment in superhero films ever. There's a moment in Spider-Man 2 where the movie stops being Spider-Man 2 and then it becomes the thing with 8 arms, where it's like Dr. Otto Octavius is laying on the table. He's been knocked unconscious, and these surgeons are trying to help him, right? They're trying to figure out, okay, how do we assist this guy? How do we give this guy the best care? And then all of a sudden, the arms, separate of Alfred Molina's mind, start attacking and murdering in a PG movie. PG, mind you, not R. Every single one of those caregivers, systematically. And I challenge you to rewatch it. It is shot like a horror film.
Oh, yeah.
And it is horrific to watch. And all the quick cuts and people screaming, people getting stabbed, but you don't see anything. You barely see blood. And it's still very effective.
Yeah.
So, all that to say, if Sam Raimi is really in charge of the direction of Doctor Strange 2, I don't have a problem with it. Like, I think it would be a good thing. I don't see where Drew was coming from regarding that statement. It seems a little uninformed, and I'm shots fired. I'm just saying. Do your homework, show your work.
All right. And if you want to hear Drew's comments, you can listen to that previous episode, Salty Sunday.
And to be fair, it's really not that fair for me to say what I'm saying now, because he's not here to defend himself. So
we'll have a bonus episode
I'll just say
at
that.
some point. You know it.
Bring me on.
With that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into this episode because we've got a lot of news articles and headlines to cover. What we normally do on episodes like this, we call them our short box stories episode. So each one of us has highlighted and brought in a news article, a headline, or something that's happened in the comic book and pop culture world that we feel, hey, this is pretty cool. We should talk about it. See, you had a really interesting one off the bat that you dropped on me last minute. I want to lead with that, and then I want to talk about Dan Didio
Sure.
in DC.
Sure. Oh, man. Wow. Yeah. Heavy.
Yeah,
well, this is a little more lighthearted. So the Moscow police recently impounded a picture-perfect replica of the Batmobile. It's the one that was featured in Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and the Suicide Squad films. Yeah. So the Ministry of Internal Affairs said that the police discovered the vehicle was not properly registered for road use. Yeah, it's Batman. Yeah. He's a vigilante. He's not going to register his car at the fucking DMV. You know? I'd like to take this car. Make sure you give me personalized plates. All right, sir.
Lucius, make sure this is up to code.
What would you like on the plates? S-Lord. Oh, sir, there's not enough room. First off, this is Russia. Sir, there is not enough room on plate to put your stereotypical Russian guy voice.
I feel like the Russian DMV might be the equivalent of hell.
Maybe some backward R's?
Right. Cyrillic Batman has backward R. In Russia, man bats you. So a special tow truck was needed to move the 13-foot wide custom car, and it added an extra $780 to this guy's fines. So some fucking nerd, made the car, right?
In Russia.
In Russia, of all places.
Believable.
Dude, nerds are nerds no matter what country they're in, which is funny because it's a testament to our people that we just don't give a fuck, right? Nicolas Cage got into goddamn tax debt because he bought a Tyrannosaurus skull and a castle and decided, I don't need to pay my taxes. I'm going to name my son Kal-El. And I'm going to high-five this Russian guy for building a Batmobile.
And let's not forget about that awesome pet snake, Shiba.
Right.
His muse.
Absolutely, yeah. So the idea being that somewhere there is a nerd in Russia doing the Lord's work and making a Batmobile.
And paying for it, man.
And he got it impounded.
Did they say who the guy, any information on the guy, or was it just...
He was probably like, I am Batman. That is not Batman's voice, isn't he, American pig?
Capitalist pig.
I like it. Talk about a random ass headline.
Isn't that crazy?
But they didn't say who the guy. It was just that was the,
secret identities.
Dude,
Geez, what part of that don't you understand?
That was like 2 days ago.
okay.
It's crazy that how news
Story's still unfolding.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drunk socialite Bruce Wayne nowhere to be found for comment. Yo, this is Botter. Sorry for interrupting this episode, but I'll keep it brief. I wanted to let you know about a massive sale we have going on over at the Shortbox store on all of our merchandise and apparel. That's theshortboxstore.bigcartel.com. You can now save 20% off your entire order using the discount code YOO, Y-O-O. So if you've been waiting for the right time to finally buy that gauntlet snapback, or if you ever wanted to buy any of the shirts you see me wear on the podcast, well, now's your chance to get them for a steal. We still have a few sizes left of everything, but they won't last long, and once they're gone, they are gone. And then I mentioned that all of our apparel is screen printed on high quality material. None of that heat transfer or direct to garment stuff. Our shirts are some of the most comfortable ones you'll ever wear, and the hats look even better in person. So wear your support for the Shortbox Nation proudly, knowing that you're going to look damn good doing it. Get to theshortboxstore.bigcartel.com as soon as you can, and don't forget to use that discount code YOO, Y-O-O, to save 20% off your entire order. All of this information can be found in this episode's show notes if you want to get there faster. Thanks for not pressing fast forward. Now back to the show.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they said is that they really haven't.
Okay.
Is that why in Red Sun the Batman in that comic doesn't have a car at all?
Oh yeah, well you know,
Communist Russia.
He's got a sweet hat though.
Yeah, he does.
He's got that John Candy hat and and Uncle Buck.
I kind of want to reread Red
How
Sun
long
now.
was the car said? Like 13 feet?
13 feet wide.
Oh, wide?
Wide.
Oh, that's right. That thing was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay.
If by that thing was ridiculous, you mean all the Batmobiles ever made were ridiculous?
Even more so. 13 feet
yes,
wide.
Yes.
A bit excessive.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your favorite Batmobile?
Oh, shit.
Man, there's nothing to do in Jacksonville.
Did somebody say there's nothing to Duval in Jacksonville?
Danny Duval! What are you doing here?
Your ignorance summoned me. Now shut up and listen to these words. North Florida's premier anime, comic book, sci-fi, and pop culture event, Collective Con, returns for its 6th year. On March 20th through the 22nd, stars from The Mandalorian, Game of Thrones, Supernatural, The Crow, Dragon Ball Z, and even famous Pokemon card illustrator Mitsuhiro Arita is flying in from Japan to join in on the fun.
Wow! That sounds awesome!
Why are you still standing here? Go buy your tickets today at CollectiveCon.com, you lovable Nimrods! The animated series.
Yeah, that's the sweet one.
It's just so slick, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
What about you?
The
Ashley?
turning radius is
You got a
probably
favorite
terrible.
Batmobile? Oh, yeah, come on, man.
They're all bad.
That is literally a showroom car.
It's so
only.
bad that in the first Batman movie, he shot a grappling hook so he could make a turn.
Yeah, I like the Batman 66.
Oh, that's the
old
best
one.
one.
Classical.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's the most logical one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Good topic. Steve.
Ashley's
Thank
got
you.
good taste. You know who would approve of that? Chris Milbrodt.
Yeah, he
Because
would.
he's all about the 60s, like Batman. Damn.
Has he read the Batman 60s comic?
He's got a
66?
bunch of them. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Moving on to something a little more heavier. During our hiatus, I think it was February 21st, the news that Dan Didio was fired from DC.
Jim Lee rises to the throne.
Dude, right?
Is it Jim Lee the guy now?
Oh, he's the only. He's the only.
It was
co-publisher?
those two were co-publishers, so
Yeah, and
he's the guy.
Jim Lee's also.
Game of Thrones.
I'm head of DC. Suck my chode, suck my chode.
Never trying again.
Damn.
Right.
Our music
I'm a
school.
fucking Korean phenom. Suck my balls, everyone else that have ever fucking doubted me.
Dude, if we continue to get these badass scores like this, we can take 3-week hiatuses all the time. We need a full song. We need the full song.
Danny, you lost your job.
So Dan Didio, who is co-publisher along with Jim Lee, who Jim Lee is also the acting I think he's like the CCO
Creative.
too.
Is he
Creative
part
officer.
of the Comic Book Fiend Club?
Dude, oh my God, we just came across a.
They got a fucking sleeper cell riding
Oh
in
my
DC.
God.
Riding through this world.
Ashley, what's that branding on that scarf? Yes, so February 21st in the morning, the news that came out that Dan Didio was fired by Warner Brothers in their Burbank offices.
Why do you say his last name like Dexter? Like Dexter's Laboratory. You're like,
Diddy.
you're like, everybody knows that Dan Didio was fired.
I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Yeah, right?
So,
Really?
Didio and Didio.
All right.
Is that another pronunciation?
It's like a third one.
Oh, okay.
What's the other one?
I'm getting incepted right now.
I'm going to stick with how I'm calling him, Dan Didio.
Didio.
So
Didio.
Didio.
DC has still refused to come out with any official statement as of since the news broke out. I think the only thing we got was from
They just put C Twitter.
Oh, no.
C Twitter.
Oh,
And,
no.
like I was typing up, sorry to interrupt, but I was typing up just some videos or just on YouTube, and like the third thing now is like, what Didio, why is ruining DC is like the third thing that just pops up.
Well, and that's one thing I saw was
Very polarizing.
comic book professionals all had very nice things to say, of course, on Twitter. I mean,
He gave me a job.
yeah,
Right.
Love the guy.
Like I think some of the names,
And it's more classy to not shit on the guy who just got fired too, which Rob Liefeld did, which I will bring up.
Yes.
Did you see his
I was
tweets?
hoping you would. I was hoping you would.
He went like
Full ham.
Trump style.
Full ham.
tweets.
This is me, Rob Liefeld. Everyone knows it. All right, tremendous drawer. I draw ankles and wrists the best, better than everyone. Tremendous.
Rob Liefeld's tweet was long overdue. Is all he wrote. Chip Zdarsky though had the best comment
He's a
about
good writer.
this.
Of course he did.
Chip Zdarsky wrote something to the effects of like, "Damn, this sucks. Dan Didio was my biggest supporter of me working at Marvel." But I mean, everyone across like the spectrum like kind of chimed in and had nice things to say. Joe Quesada, including amongst them Kurt Busiek, Ron Mars, Scott Snyder, Gail Simone, Dan Slott. I mean, the list kind of goes on. How many people chimed in about this news? And I was trying to look for a specific reason or even just kind of rumors. And the only thing I kind of got was that one of the reasons that they're pointing to is that he was responsible for fostering
Coronavirus? Oh, shit.
Dude, the timing.
Might as well.
Ashley, what's on the branding of that scarf? My question all the time. But anyways, some have said that he was responsible for fostering a poor work environment, as evidenced by the significant departures of publishers of editors from DC Comics.
All I hear when I hear that is he ran a bullpen.
Yeah.
Well, that and like it's like
You know
I've
what I
heard
mean?
that
Like-
but there's like he's a micromanager,
Yep, I've
like
heard
his
that.
style. But on the opposite, it's like he kind of made himself like the face of DC.
Right.
So basically, he basically took a lot of bullets for a lot of stuff.
Big time.
So I mean, that's despite what you think of his creative ideas, but that's a good.
That's
boss.
a good leader.
It's a good leader.
Absolutely.
He took all the bullets. He took anything that went wrong. It's Didio's fault.
Right. Right.
Over since 52.
Leave the artists and writers alone.
Yeah.
And
This is
to-
my direction. Yeah.
And to Ed's point about him kind of taking on that mantle of the face, I mean, him and Jim Lee were they did those kind of roadside shows. They would stop into different cities, meet with the comic shops.
Did panels.
Dude, I can't tell you how many conventions I've been to where Dan Didio wasn't like on the billing, but he was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like wandering around, shaking hands, saying hi to people.
I've run into him once at MegaCon, like one of the first ones
Yeah.
I went to. Dude
Yeah.
was super nice.
Yeah.
Super, super nice.
Yeah.
They're also citing that, DC's upcoming 5G kind of initiative, the whole replace Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, Diana Ross. Diana Ross.
Diana Ross.
Sorry.
Whoa.
What the
I
fuck?
just used, I don't know why I used their secret identities.
Queen of Themyscira, Queen of Soul. Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, we talked about 5G in a couple episodes prior, but it's their new initiative to age out, the Trinity, bring on like new characters to play the roles.
And Didio has always had issues with like the legacy characters. Like, why is like Nightwing an adult, but Batman's still the same age as when Robin was a kid? But these people age, but they don't.
So one of the bigger named writers who was really against, I believe, 5G was Scott Snyder. And a lot of people have pointed towards the tension between Scott Snyder and Dan Didio, because Scott Snyder was like, hey, what's the series he's got coming out? Death Metal, that whole Batman Death Metal series is coming out. He didn't want that to be the launching point for 5G or have any ties into 5G.
Okay, so they're both right in this case, right? In the sense that Scott Snyder is a kind of guy that doesn't have a problem taking these legacy characters and then saying, blah, 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 like mixing them up. Like
you're a zombie clown now.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Metal.
Right. Right? Like he's the guy that basically says, why can't we tell weird stories with these characters? And like the people are like, because they're legacy characters. Like 5 years from now, it's not going to be something different,
Yeah.
And I can see Dan Didio's point where he's just kind of like, let's phase out these oldies and put some new guys in the spotlight, which is like, I get that too. Like, there has to be a balance, There's got to be a balance.
Because you are really dividing fans.
Yeah, don't polarize.
You're polarizing.
There's too much polarization in this country already.
Yeah, I think last year there was a panel or something where he was saying that like all the collections, all like the DC Essential lists, all that stuff all these things are outselling the stuff from 20 years ago,
right?
Are outselling our current product. And then, but he took like that's on us.
Yeah.
But you have to like go back and say, okay, why is this outselling our current product?
That's kind of okay. So that's a weird thing because the internet didn't exist back then.
That's true too.
TV barely existed back then. So like people forget that when they read comics, like a writer and an artist were as credible to people who valued the art form as a director or your favorite showrunner, right? Because there was nothing else out there. So now that the market is completely saturated with all this stuff, comics tend to get left in the wayside. And it's amazing even now that people actually still collect books just to read when there's so much media out there that they can consume just that exists visually, right?
Yep. And I want to make sure that's not to say Scott Snyder was the reason, but it's one of the examples of like the tension between the editorial or the creative staff at DC.
Yeah, but I think that's good,
right?
To a point. It makes, I think,
iron sharpening iron.
Yeah, it makes the product better. You don't want sheep working for you,
right?
You want new ideas, but you also don't want to alienate people who like the classic good old stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. So the impacts it's had so far really has just kind of been like panels have been canceled. Like C2E2 is going on this weekend or was going on this weekend. There was supposed to be a Meet the Publishers panel for DC. They canceled that. I know at the Comics Pro Expo that was happening around the same time the news broke out, DC's presence was pretty much, it was very minimal. They canceled a lot of appearances. There was also a word that the only two DC execs that were at that Comic Professionals Expo, as soon as the news broke out online, which I think was that weekend, they ended up like just jetting out of there.
I like how Ashley's super quiet over there. Like she's like, guys, I don't read this mainstream bullshit. I've been reading Suck a Duck by Image for like 20 million years.
Eisner Award-winning Suck a Duck.
Eisner Award-winning Suck a Duck.
Eisner winning.
Right. It's drawn by Fiona Staples and written by Todd McFarlane. Deal with it, nerds.
Jim Lee did have a spotlight panel at C2E2, and he kind of gave a very, very corporate kind of answer. DC's something to the lines of, DC's been here for 85 years. He'll be here for another 85 years. And this is a kind of a quote.
Also, wait. Suck a Duck is a trademark. Listen to the Short Box podcast.
Coming soon.
He said, the actual strategy for DC is to put publishing at the center of what we do. It's the engine of all the movies, TV, cartoons that we do. And so it's my intent going forward as the publisher to lean into the collective years of experience of my team. Rest assured, the company is in great hands. So very kind of corporate,
Nice story.
Yeah. So
we'll see what AT&T says about that.
Oh shit!
Well,
it's so depressing.
They've been doing a lot of cuts even through HBO, all the creative stuff. So this is, I mean, granted, a lot of people wanted to see him gone, but this could be just another one of these cuts. And there was that weird rumor. Did you see that weird rumor about DC being sold? To
yes,
Marvel,
and we'll bring that up after. Actually, we'll bring it. This is a good time. So one of the responses on Instagram, I asked, "Hey, what are some topics you guys want us to cover?" Shaggy Black responded and said, "Hey, can I hear about the rumors of Marvel buying DC?"
God damn it! Disney makes everything fucking junk food. Why is everything junk food?
But we even talked about, I know this was a while ago when we had our round table, and we talked about Warner Brothers possibly just selling the rights to these characters and having an outside publisher and not doing it in house.
Elon Musk. Get Elon Musk to fucking run DC.
So I guess I'll answer Shaggy's request here that even Jim Lee at his panel said the same thing. To address some of the stuff that's out there, it's just rumors, speculation.
Yeah.
DC ain't going to sell these characters. I mean,
Jim Lee forever now has a Cersei Lannister wig. He's got the wig and he's got a little glass of wine and he's like,
especially when you consider their recent success in movies like Aquaman, Wonder Woman, even the Harley Quinn stuff. I mean, and the upcoming Wonder Woman movie. It just don't make sense for them trying to sell anything, especially with the Warner Brothers merger and all of that. I don't think.
No, not everything, not selling completely, but licensing is what I'm thinking.
I haven't heard anything.
Instead of okay, we're spending all this money in-house publishing, why not license X, Y, and Z to another publisher?
Weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's
weird, but I read some articles, when this whole takeover happened, and I've read a couple articles where they didn't even mention DC. And that's a huge IP, I think. I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because we live in this, bubble.
Right.
But that's to have an article. They're talking about the new CEO, and he was mentioning HBO and all the creative stuff, but not one question about DC or not. And that's a lot of potential IP money there. Yeah.
You know what? Imagine if a company like IDW, who handles IPs for various other companies,
and they do stuff with some Marvel. They do reprints of Marvel, older stuff. So
I guess that's not outside of the realm of possibility for DC to give their property to someone like say a IDW to handle it.
Yeah.
Where it's hey, you guys clearly know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, and I'll mention one more kind of rumor / speculation, and this is from the same kind of Bleeding Cool article that talked about the Comics Pro thing. It stated that in 2021, DC is potentially planning to move away from traditional comic book talent pool. They want to kind of get their hands into writers who specialize in fields of TV and animation.
Yeah.
Because some of the points in this article were the same old thing isn't working anymore.
He was TV. He was a TV guy.
They want to hire writers from TV and animation that have a special focus on how to tell a story, how to kind of write one out. Because clearly, what we're doing with our current comic books just isn't working, and we're making the move anyways towards TV and animation. So why not get some of these writers as well? Which I thought was really interesting because I think I've mentioned on this before that at some point I don't see even now we're seeing that where the comic books are simply just idea farms for these
scripts.
Other avenues.
They're basically
right.
Or proposals.
Yeah, it's God damn it.
I love when C has to talk about this stuff.
Damn it, man.
I love
it used to be different
because you've been saying this stuff for a long time. And on all fairness, I've had these type of talks with C for as long as I've known him. So it's really anytime I see these articles, I just think back to our mini combos.
But I get reduced to being a doomsday prophet. I'm the fuck as opposed to being.
I love you.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
You're wearing an End Is Near sandwich board.
I end up being that whack ass motherfucker with a sandwich board saying the end is near, when in reality it's
you're Rorschach, just walking around.
Yeah, you're locked up in here with me.
I do want to go ahead and highlight some positive things about Dan Didio before we move on.
I think we all. Am I wrong in saying this? That we're all kind of stunned and
big time,
not saddened, but that's disappointing that he's being let go, right? Because he did do a lot of good things for DC, right? Am I wrong? Am I speaking out of place?
He's one of those and just really quick. It's he's a guy that I think has good ideas initially, but the execution falls flat.
Sure. So
and he panics really quickly.
So let me
if
say
something's
this.
not going smoothly.
That's fair.
Final thoughts of all of us. Like, what do you think will go around? Botter, what do you think of Dan Didio?
I think for me, as long as, and especially as long as this show has been going on, because Dan Didio became the co-publisher in 2010 along with Jim Lee. So I mean, he helped oversee initiatives that meant, were things that I was reading at the time, like New 52, Infinite Crisis, Secret Crisis. I mean, Black Metal, and say what you will about New 52, but it was. I think they said it's
some good stuff there.
Oh, big time. And it's the company's first full continuity reboot since 1986. So, I mean, I remember when that was going on, and it was like, oh, we're relaunching every single DC title, all 52 of them with new number ones. That shit was like, what?
Yeah.
What? I mean, there was some crap in it, but there was some good stuff. Grant Morrison's Superman, the Scott Snyder Batman.
Dude, Scott Snyder's Shazam. Well, not Scott Snyder, but like... New 52, Dan Didio was like in charge of that.
Yeah. Basically. So for me, it's like Dan Didio was ingrained
Gary Frank
into
was
like
the artist,
DC. Yes, into DC's DNA. Like at least as in the time that I've been doing this show and covering all the DC stuff and talking about DC Comics, like he was a big part of it.
Yeah.
So
and he's a risk taker too.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ashley? Final thoughts.
I mean, as far as working at the comic shop, the New 52 brought in a ton of money.
It was an initial hit.
Big time.
It made a lot of money, and I really like the Wonder Woman, and I know that he's done a lot and worked really hard. I think all this does is make me worry about 5G a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like maybe there was...
Jim Lee did say something about it.
Did Azzarello do
not
the
a
Wonder Woman?
Yes, it was fantastic.
Bernard Chang did
that's
art,
what I
right?
thought. Yeah.
And real quick to add to Ashley's, not only did he do help with New 52, but it was also Dan Didio and probably Jim Lee too. When I say Dan Didio, I mean Jim Lee too. But they're responsible for including the digital comics books into all those DC.
Same day.
Yeah. And which they were not doing for a long time. Marvel was ahead of that for a good bit. Dan Didio also helped bring in like the young adult graphic novels that we're seeing like have a really good success.
Yeah, and they're still doing them even though those kind of imprints all got killed off.
Yep. Such as like Vertigo. But they replaced it with Black Label. So to Ed's point, and I'm sorry, I'm taking over. Yeah. He introduced a lot of great ideas. Sorry, actually, go ahead.
No, that it just because I mean I know this is all conjecture, but it makes me wonder if 5G was kind of going off the rails and
I think so.
The way he likes to be into things. If he was just being too much into it, too negative, not letting them push things. But I guess we're just gonna find out.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people were just complaining about probably how he was running shop.
Because it was said it was going to be like a reboot, but I think Jim Lee mentioned that's not the plan for it to be an all across the board reboot for the 5G. It's just kind of implementing these new ideas. I think, like I said, he's taken a lot of bullets. I'm not going to say he was great or bad.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah,
I get that,
and I understand a lot of the vitriol against him, but I think some of it's just a bit obnoxious, just like how social media is now. But like I said, he introduced a lot of ideas that I don't think, unfortunately, they didn't pan out, and I don't think he stuck with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if it wasn't an initial hit, it's like, oh, we got to get out. We're bailing water. So I don't think he gave like Young Animal a chance to really grow. And
did you like the Young Animal stuff?
Some of it. It's very esoteric and strange, which I get.
Sure.
But, I thought... It's it's good to have. I don't think it's something that's going to make them a ton of money.
Agreed.
But I think it's
Mother Panic isn't going to be a mainstream comic.
It's Doom Patrol. It's something like when I was growing up, I look for that stuff. I like the mainstream stuff.
Sure.
I always will, but I always like the quirky.
It's nice to know that
stuff.
you're being represented.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that stuff, even kind of giving Joe Hill kind of a spin-off imprint. From the Black Label stuff, which is, I don't know if is this just like the Harley Quinn imprint, I don't know what it's supposed to be really, but I like having his voice, with some horror books, just kind of diversifying,
right.
But I think he had a lot of good ideas. Is just the follow through seemed to always not work out, and then kind of the constant rebooting or threats to reboot if something was failing is like, oh crap. Like the Rebirth is, this dark metal series is going to reboot another within 10 years, having like, 2 or 3 reboots is
Right.
excessive.
Yeah.
What about you, C?
Man, I agree with Ed. When he said, like, he was a good leader. Like, a good leader offers cover down for his people, right? And just for, man, I remember, like, reading the Marvel Bullpen stuff, and every little caricature of the Marvel Bullpen stuff was, like, a picture of, like, Tom DeFalco, like yelling at his people.
Yeah.
Like, or something like that, or a caricature of, like, the idea was that they were working hard for minimal pay to get stuff out on time. Like, so there was that 90s grind that I imagine Dan Didio is the same camp of. He's no spring chicken.
Yeah.
So if he has that ethic, if he has that same sort of if that's the way he runs the ship, right? Then I could see why in this day and age of maybe people that tend to be a little more how do I word this? Get their feelings hurt
Aloof.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I could see, like, someone would be like, ugh, I don't like the way this guy's doing things. Like, what is it that Mo Green says in The Godfather where he's like, yeah, sometimes I got to kick a little ass to get things going. Like, I'm not saying he's at that level, but at the same time, like, there is a bit of truth because comics is sort of at least
schedule is
it hasn't
ridiculous.
changed. It
Yeah.
hasn't changed. Despite the technological advances, it is still, you have a deadline.
Assembly line process.
The technology might be better, but
Yeah.
you are still held to a higher standard regardless of how the technology is to put out content at this level. Oh, the technology's better? That means you can work harder and we
Yeah.
can squeeze more blood from a stone. That's pretty much
That's
what
just
it is.
corporate.
That's but it's also like if you're in comics, you know the deal, right? You actually, some people are crazy and they sign up for that reason. You know what I mean? Like they're like, I love the pressure because it forces me to create, and I feel like after I'm done, I left it all on the stage. You know, I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird thing. The man's not perfect by any means, but I think it's still a disappointment.
Well said.
Do you think? What about the Metal Man stuff? Is that going to be?
The Metal Man, you said?
Yeah, because he was
he's
writing
a 12-issue series,
Who knows, dude?
and it's only halfway through.
If DC's fortunate, he probably turned in. They're like, we'll wait till he turns in those scripts.
Dude, probably.
Because I know issue 5 came out, but Jim Lee didn't address that, so they're assuming that he turned in those scripts. So this topic kind of leads us pretty smoothly into our next one. That's about a leader stepping down from a monster of a company. Ashley, you wanted to talk about Bob Iger stepping down from Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I read so many articles and I just highlighted like the important stuff.
Hit it.
So I kind of want to start not at the beginning, but I thought this was kind of cool. So Michael Eisner was before Bob Iger, and his era was when Disney came out with all of these straight to VHS sequels for their
Oh, yeah,
Disney
like
movies.
Return of Jafar.
Yeah, they had
Lion King
tons,
3.
Yeah, stuff like that. So that's what he was known for. Bob Iger is known for, while he's been CEO since 2005, he acquired Pixar, Marvel Entertainment, Lucasfilms,
All the good shit, huh?
and 21st Century Fox
Oh.
just since 2005. So that's kind of his legacy.
He's Alexander the Great for Disney.
Yeah. So he's still going to be there through the end of next year. I guess technically, like effective immediately, he stepped down, but he's still there. So this new guy is in charge. But the new guy,
Who's the new guy?
wait.
The way she said it. It's
new
some
guy.
new jamook.
new
I don't
guy.
give a fuck who this guy
I wanted to
is.
say that I love corporate America because, like, you're fired, but we need you here for like another year.
Right.
You good with that? You
Right.
good?
Train up the new guy for another year. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
so I mean, it was more of a retirement. So the new guy's Bob Chapek. So he's CEO, but he still has to report to Bob Iger through the end of next year.
I wouldn't even be able to
So-
take you serious. That's
This
like,
is so
Yeah.
weird.
bro, you're leaving in a year, dog.
You're 1 foot out
Yeah.
the door, old man. It's my show now.
So where's this Bob? Bob, what's his name?
So Bob Chapek, this is what I know about him. Is
Can be only one
he's-
Bob.
For 5 years, he's been the chairman for the Disney parks.
Okay.
He invented the Disney Vault. So it
Invented.
sounds like kind of a
Did he
jerk.
like lay it? But wait, well, what is
It
the
was
Disney
his
Vault?
plan, the Disney Vault, to put movies away,
Right.
and not sell
yeah.
movies. So that was his idea,
Fuck this dude.
right?
Yeah.
So, and he's
I want my
lot
Song of
of
the South VHS.
a lot of
Blu-ray,
theme
come
park
on, babe.
enthusiasts have been complaining that he's more concerned about making money over the guest experience. But I mean, that could be anybody that was in charge.
You're describing this guy to me, and all I hear is the guy in Oliver Twist who's like, "You're gonna go out there and make me some money."
That's way better than who I had in mind. For some reason, I was thinking of the dude from Arrested Development. I don't know why.
Which one?
I don't know.
One of those guys.
But I was like, sometimes I just say show names.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Ashley.
So I mean, that's all that I found because this just happened. I had another little fact. So Bob Iger came out with this really big memoir where he talked about his relationships with all these people in Disney.
Ooh, a tell-all book?
Yeah, kind of like
Oh,
a tell-all
shit.
book. And Bob Chapek was mentioned 2 times. And one of the times was when he had to call Bob Iger and tell him that a little kid got attacked by an alligator at the Grand Floridian.
I remember that one. Yeah. Wait, was there a second time?
No, I didn't. The second time wasn't
I was
as
gonna beat that
memorable.
alligator.
so-
Oh, yeah. Damn, Ashley, you came through.
These are all my facts for my research.
Chapek? Yeah, I know him. He called me up when a kid got eaten by a goddamn alligator.
So did Bob Iger step down of his own free will, or was it?
It was a retirement. I think he announced it early,
Okay.
but it was of his own free will versus
Damn.
Michael
Sorry to
Eisner,
go. Yeah, he got
where they
booted.
sort of booted him because of the
There is
VHS stuff.
There is a really good documentary series on the Disney Plus app, the Imagineers story.
Oh yeah,
And they have a couple episodes about all of the CEOs, and one particularly about Will Eisner. You said
Michael Eisner.
Michael
Eisner.
Eisner.
Will,
Michael
come
Eisner.
on, dude.
All right, well, I heard
Will
Eisner. I'm
Eisner's
sorry.
too
I'm
good
still
for
thinking
all
about.
this.
I'm just thinking about how badass our Will Eisner episode.
Yo, let's kill
was.
Potter.
Yeah, there's some good ones
Get
on
'em,
that one.
boys.
And I remember when they got to Michael Eisner about how he was just like everyone, even the folks that helped get him on the board,
Yeah.
were trying to eventually get him
Yeah.
off the board. So that's pretty interesting. All I got from the Bob Iger part is that he spent a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, but he made so much.
Yeah. Damn, he went out like, okay, all right, word. I guess we'll just have to kind of wait and see what that means for like all the Marvel stuff, everything, I guess, in general.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that. Ed, you want to highlight some stuff out of the Toy Fair that came.
Yeah, Toy Fair 2020 happened a couple weeks ago, so that's basically kind of an industry show where like just media and buyers go to see the new stuff coming out.
And where my wallet fucking weeps.
I should
like,
not-
yo,
dude, if
Yeah.
you're a Turtles fan, your wallet is weeping this year. But
Ed, real quick, I want to give you some props because the stuff that you've been posting on our Shortbox Instagram page, especially during that Toy Fair week, God, dude.
yeah, I'm just kind of slowly getting back into it, which I'm regretting, the action figure stuff. So this was a bad year to jump back on board. But the couple of things that stood out to me that was just kind of left to center, in my opinion, was I don't know if you guys remember. So you might remember the Defenders of the Earth cartoon.
Defenders of the Earth.
Yes. So basically,
Defenders.
so basically, they were King Features characters like
Right.
Flash Gordon, Mandrake,
The Phantom.
the Phantom. They are coming out with a new action figure line.
God
Mega.
damn it.
And they look awesome.
Oh.
And they are,
Mandrake. We were
And
talking
these-
about that theme song.
and these are characters that predate like Batman.
Yeah,
Superman.
they are the
You know,
OG original comic book
superheroes.
characters. The Phantom, I've said it before, responsible. Anytime you see a character drawn with just whites on their eyes, that's
Yep.
Lee Falk's doing. He did the fucking first thing. the
Yo,
Phantom.
shout out to Lee Folks.
Yeah, so it's just a cool like kind of everybody was because a lot of times before these shows you see leaks and things like that, and but this is like a completely surprise, thing to get. But they look really good. They're the 5 characters they have right now is Phantom, Flash Gordon, Mandrake, Ming the Merciless, and Lothar, which is
Lothar.
yeah. So
God.
and
Master of magic spells and illusions.
He is in such a happy singing mood.
and
dude.
it's
I'm
funny
digging
because
it.
it's a cartoon that was only on for like one season. It wasn't
It's
like
on Amazon Prime. You could watch it.
Yeah, so it's really cool. It's a cool like
I torture my wife.
it's a cool kind of super team up, like a pre-Marvel, team up of
Yeah,
characters.
so like, if you're a fucking weirdo old ass edgelord like myself, and you watch and you're like, this fucking. I only watch the. I want to see the fucking face of God. I don't want to watch this mainstream bullshit. I want to touch the hem of the fucking cosmos. Like, these are the OG characters that inspire. Like, Mandrake directly was the original magic wielding analog that Doctor Strange is 100% based off of. So is Constantine. More so Image Doctor Strange because Mandrake and him both share, like, they got black hair, they got a little mustache.
I think you could also go like Zatanna, Zatara.
Absolutely.
I mean,
definitely. Zatara is 100% a ripoff of Mandrake. 100%.
And like I said, this is the last, even just thing that related to these characters was Dynamite did a series called King's Watch, which was basically like kind of a newer version of this.
This is how you know you're old. The older you get, the more Dynamite like titles you read.
Bringing it back.
The older you get, like you're like,
Oh, they're making
remember these? Oh.
Exactly. Dynamite's motto should be, remember this?
Yeah.
Pepperidge Farm, remember?
So I thought that was really cool. It's just really out of nowhere for this property to come back, and hopefully we'll get maybe some or re-interest in these characters. So
cool.
And then another cool thing, just for Marvel folks, was they're doing a Marvel Legends. They're doing an Age of Apocalypse.
Oh my god, yo! When you were posting those, oh my god,
yo! All I want
build Sugar Man, the most insane looking non-Kirby character in Marvel history.
All I want is Sunfire and Magneto. Those are the coolest designs from AOA, dude.
I think they are doing the Sunfire.
Dude,
Magneto had that sweet white ponytail.
Dude, they all had all the X-Men had Magneto's costume design. So they had those weird sort of like Kirby rivets on their like chest piece, which is fucking awesome.
Yo, they're coming out with that strongman figure.
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh, come on.
And they're doing some really
strong
cool,
guy, you mean?
Strong guy. Sorry.
Guido?
Yes,
Yeah.
strong guy. Thank you.
They're doing they're also doing like the Fox version of the X-Men characters, like Old Man Logan. Or not, no.
What? Oh.
Logan, Wolverine, Domino, Deadpool, like from the Fox movies. So they're doing versions of those characters.
Oh, cool.
So those look really, really good as well.
Ashley's looking at us like fucking nerds.
No, I saw Old Man Logan
Quiet, you
with
Loki
the
statue
baby
buyer.
Hulk.
With the baby
Yeah.
Hulk.
That looks really cool.
Come on, man.
You got to get that one.
So
Yeah, the Warpath.
Marvel Legends are they just come out with
Dude, they continue
every
to
B
rock
and
it,
C
man.
list character, and they're smart because they usually put them in the Build-A-Figure
Yep.
series. So it's like, because I just picked up, and this kind of reignited I just picked up the Shang-Chi.
Dude.
And
yeah,
that thing
that
is
looked badass.
sweet. But
And-
they also have White Rabbit in that wave. It's a very strange wave.
And you know, it'll be those Z list characters that go for a lot on eBay because no one's picking them up.
No one's going to buy them.
There was like a 2-year stretch where I was making some damn good money selling my old Marvel Legend figures on eBay. There are some that were going for like $80 to $100. I mean, especially like some of the like some of those. Like I sold a cable figure that I was like, damn, this is going for a lot more.
Wait.
Yeah.
You're B137 at AOL.com? Thanks, man. I paid you $200 for it.
I was making some damn good money. So
those are just a couple of the highlights from
that was a good one.
toy show.
yeah, I guess I don't have the toy fair and the toy show on my list of like big ones to look out for. It's always like those articles just kind of come out and I'm like, oh, it's going on, and I'm always like, damn,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go broke again.
No, and just from a side note, in case anyone's interested, they're doing. If you were a fan of the real Ghostbusters,
Oh, shit.
they are re-releasing the Kenner.
Oh, wow.
So all the '80s kids you're doomed this year.
Isn't this weird that dads
Yeah,
are
dads
getting
are-
excited about this? You know
These
what
are
I mean?
specifically marketed towards
Like,
the over 30 crowd.
Oh, my God. My dad bought these goddamn weird Ghostbusters toys.
And was it you that posted on Facebook some image that was like, you've already bought these toys, buy them again? Yeah, that shit was funny.
That was,
That was
and then NECA is doing like a really cool turtle series that are Target exclusives.
Of
And
course.
as much as I hate Secret of the Ooze, they made these Toka and Razor figures, which look, and they're Walmart exclusive of all people, and a Super Shredder that look incredible.
My NECA.
And I hate that movie, but these characters look great.
Hey, real quick, talking about Walmart exclusive and the Comic Book Fiend Club. I was looking. Walmart came out like this Thanos Walmart exclusive figure, and I could not find it here in Jax at all. And for some roundabout way, I hit up Jonathan Sanders, who I knew was, collecting a lot of figures like that. I said, yo, John, I cannot find the Thanos figure. Can you help me find one? And he was like, I know just the guy. Chadwick Bummer, I think that's the last name. Chadwick hit me up and said, heard you were looking for this Thanos.
Yeah, of course.
And I was like, yeah. He was like, did you go here? Did you go here? Did you go here? I was like, yep, hit all of those. He said, all right, I'll hit you up tomorrow. Hit me up the next day. He was like, I just reached out to the network. There's a guy that says he can get you one. So shout out to Comic Book Fiend Club.
Wow.
Awesome. You've got one story for us, and then we'll go on break, man. Go ahead and take us home.
I do. So essentially, this is weird because now Marvel is trying to get my money. And we kind of discussed this a little earlier. Ultraman.
Yes.
Marvel has now released that they are going to do an Ultraman comic book series. There's more announcements from C2E2. I think you and I were talking a little bit earlier about C2E2. This weekend, where Marvel Entertainment announced that they announced the creative team responsible for it, and there's a bunch of writers like Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom are going to co-write with Francesco Manna and Ed McGuinness doing the artwork.
Instant win.
Right, and you could see some of the promotional art.
There's so many muscles on Ultraman.
With Ultraman there. It's kind of subdued for Ed McGuinness.
Yeah,
though.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can look and see there's a picture of Ultraman in the foreground with, if you're an Ultraman fan, Baltan is in the background, a couple other kaijus, and it's kind of neat that god damn it, it looks good. And on top of that, the most important thing, if you are a fan of this character who's been around for 50 years. Subaraya Productions has kind of given their blessing on it. So it's kind of interesting that, oh, wow, Eiji Subaraya has sort of this legacy blessing on Ultraman.
Yeah, it's kind of like a licensing almost partnership.
Right,
yeah.
Right, which is cool, is cool. More Ultraman is always good with me because I don't think he gets enough love, at least not here in America. I know there's 5 million spin-offs and 100 different versions of him, including... They tried to bring it to America, Superhuman Samurai, which is really weird. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about it, man. I'm a huge Ultraman fan, and
so kind of relevant to this topic and our conversation about the future of.
Please don't ever interrupt me again. You say that right now, okay? Don't ever interrupt me. Don't you fucking ever interrupt me about.
Wow.
I can see, and Marvel's clearly already doing this, but I can see, especially the big two at least. Starting to branch out more into world comic books, if that makes sense.
So let me. I'm glad you brought that up, man. Because
don't
this
ever
is
fucking discount.
Whoa. They're doing the heavy metal.
This is but this is not. I got to give Marvel some credit here, Botter. Don't you fucking smile. I hate it when you say that shit. This is something I got to give Marvel credit for. It's something that is not new for them. Even when God bless Stan when he was alive, he was all about trying to be well. Why don't we create a sort of magazine format where we feature European artists? And why should heavy metal be the only thing that could contend? Hey, we make comics too, and we're damn proud of them. Why don't we just make them like that? And them kind of poaching sort of characters from other countries that are big that they're kind of bringing to America. Yeah, I'm all for that.
Didn't they kind of try that years ago? They were doing some French comics they were translating. I forgot what imprint it was.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
They've attempted this before.
Dude, just getting people like Cam Kennedy and Rick Veitch to do a Punisher story in magazine format in the 90s when nobody gave a shit about that, that's cool.
You can go back to even was it Epic that they brought over
exactly.
Akira?
Exactly. It was on the same. It was actually that was on the same line where they had the magazine format and it was a direct competitor. Even was it?
And that was to get around the comic codes.
Was it 1984 or 1987? I can't remember the name of the magazine. I want to say that was a Marvel magazine. It was at least some Marvel Productions. But anyway, long story short, it's kind of cool that they're doing this sort of thing because he's not really a big character for at least for Marvel to be. Let's make him a household name, boys.
And attaching some worthwhile talent like Kyle Higgins and McGuinness. It's all right. They got some respect for it. So thank you, C, for that. Let's go ahead and go on break. We'll play some music. We have an email. We've also got some questions from social media we'll answer. The song that we're going to play is called 103rd. It's by Mecca the Marvelous. He's got a new project coming out. I know. It's the whole project is named after like street names that he's adventured. So I told him I need this 103rd one for good reason. So we'll play this song. If you like what you hear, check out Mecca the Marvelous.
My parents still live on 103rd Street.
Hey, man. He's putting it on the map. Dun, dun, dun. So if you like what you hear, check out Mecca the Marvelous on all social media, such as SoundCloud and Bandcamp, Mecca the Marvelous. So we'll play that, and we'll be right back, folks.
Is it okay? I like vague trailers.
Yeah, it's real vague and intense as hell. I saw that trailer.
Barter's like, it was so vague, I only saw 1 second because I closed my eyes the rest of the time.
Well, for a minute, I didn't know I was watching the Invisible Man trailer. I was like, man, this chick is getting messed up by the forces.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch that movie.
Yeah. All right, folks, we are back. Once again, that song was called 103rd by Mecca the Marvelous. Shout outs to him. I want to go ahead and get those Collective Con rules out. So, like I said, we've got a pair of 3-day passes for Collective Con taking place March 20th through the 22nd. We are going to keep this simple and real easy. All you have to do is send an email telling us what's been your favorite episode from this year. So real simple. Send it in. We'll go ahead and do a quick little raffle.
I can't say that if you choose an episode where I have spoken a lot on that, it will garner your chances of getting these tickets. I can't say that.
You know what? Actually, thinking about it, I'll make it even more broader.
No, make it specific to me.
Yeah, pick your favorite Cesar song, dude. That'd be kind of hard. You've had some killer ones, but this latest Jim Lee Game of Thrones version has been fantastic.
It is not suitable for work.
So here's what we'll do. Actually, all you have to do is send an email, whether it's telling us what's been your favorite episode of us from this year, or just an email about any of the topics we've discussed. You've got until Sunday, March 15th. That'll be the last episode we record before the convention takes place on the 20th through the 22nd, and we'll just kind of pick one person from that. So that's a chance to win a pair of 3-day tickets to Collective Con. Send us that email before or by Sunday, March 15th, before 1 o'clock p.m. With that being said, we actually do have an email and some responses and some questions from our social media that we'll go ahead and answer. We'll start out with the email. I'll let C do the honors of that.
Yay! All right. This email is from Trey Namo, and it's reference to Jordan Peele's Hunters series on Amazon. What up, Shortbox? First time, long time, writing in from Drew's room, a.k.a. The Shitter.
I really thought he was in. I was like, what the hell
I was like, what does that mean?
Run?
Yeah.
Code?
I got to hear you all discuss the new series by Jordan Peele called Hunters. Plot. It's a mid-50s to early 60s based Amazon Prime series that follows a group of Holocaust survivors that are hunting down sleeper cell Nazis that are hiding undercover as everyday American citizens, bankers, NASA scientists, etc. Thanks a lot, Project Paperclip. It's got a lot of great actors in it, such as Logan Lerman, Tiffany Boone, Jerika Hinton, and Al Pacino. Possible plot spoiler for episode 1. Well, I'm not going to say it because usually on our Champions, we typically don't say spoilers. So I'm going to, sorry, buddy, move a little ahead here. I personally just wrapped episode 1 tonight, and I'm fucking hyped. RN.
Ooh, right now.
Whoa.
Yeah, he put a little...
Damn, that dude is hype.
Immediate hypeness.
Yeah.
I like that he shortened right now, but left fucking hype.
I mean, look, the words that need to be emphasized get emphasized here.
Smart move, Trey.
The two main characters, Jonah and Meyer Offerman, personally give off a Bruce Wayne, Terry McGinnis type of vibe. God damn, you're selling this shit to me hard. He's like, he knew I was going to read it, which I'm all about. This episode has tons of deep moments with a bunch of subtle comedy spots squeezed in that blend that this hard-hitting subject-based series into what I think, so far, Jordan Peele's best series and possible work to date. Bit of a run-on sentence there, pal. That's just me. But what do you fellow nerds think? From a longtime listener, Trey, I will sign up for the patron when your boy gets his bread up.
Go ahead, get that bread up. Struggle real.
Namislowski. P.S. Please let Botter butcher my last name.
Right.
Kind regards,
Trey. Let me see if I can say this last name. And real quick, shout out to Trey. He came out to the podcast for Meetup. He's a big fan of the show, so this is cool. Trey.
I could see you almost peed your pants.
Namislowski. Did I get it?
This motherfucker heard me say it.
I did. I tried. Yeah. Anyways,
thanks, Trey, for
thank you.
the email, man. I appreciate it.
Has anyone watched Hunters on Amazon Prime?
I have not.
I've seen the trailer.
I feel bad that I haven't yet.
No,
Excellent.
but I just watched Jojo Rabbit, so I want to watch that now, and I'll be hyped for sure.
RN.
Hyped RN.
Hyped
RN. Ashley's a better Jew than I am.
So I won't. I was on Amazon one of these days, and I saw the banner for the show, and I said, "Damn, Al Pacino is in an Amazon Prime series."
Yo, that's how good of an actor
They got their
Pacino
bread
is.
up.
They got
Like,
Dude, he was like,
man, there's nothing to do in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Did somebody say there's nothing to Duval in Jacksonville?
Danny Duval, what are you doing here?
Your ignorance summoned me. Now shut up and listen to these words. North Florida's premier anime, comic book, sci-fi, and pop culture event, Collective Con, returns for its 6th year. On March 20th through the 22nd, stars from The Mandalorian, Game of Thrones, Supernatural, The Crow, Dragon Ball Z, and even famous Pokemon card illustrator Mitsuhiro Arita is flying in from Japan to join in on the fun.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Why are you still standing here? Go buy your tickets today at CollectiveCon.com, you lovable Nimrods! I want to do a part for these new streaming services. Mm-hmm. You're welcome to throw money at me.
Yeah, man.
Good friend of the show, Chris Ahola, hit me up and said, "Yo, you got to watch this ASAP." So I guess it's just been getting a lot of good.
I've
love.
kind of been waiting, and I guess I slept on it, man. I didn't know when it was. I thought it wasn't out yet. So
Well, my bread is up, so I'll take it.
Stupid.
Watch, I'm sorry. That's cool. Yo, my bread is up. Thank you, Trey, for that email. Also, so the next 3 things that we got are some questions that we got via social media. I posted on our Instagram. We're recording today. Are there any topics or questions you guys want us to answer? And we got a few. The first one, of course, was Shaggy Black asking about the potential rumors of Marvel buying DC. I think we already kind of addressed that.
Yes.
That is not the case. Even Jim Lee is saying that, nope, dismiss those kind of speculations and rumors. But Ed did bring up a good point about the possibility of maybe future licensing. We'll see.
Right.
So at the moment, Shaggy Black, nothing concrete. We got another one from Justin, a.k.a. Mr. I'm Famous. He wrote,
is it I'm famous or infamous?
I know. It got me too, but yeah, it's I'm
That
famous.
is the oldest question I've asked, I think, thus far.
How does Instagram work?
Okay, boomer. No, he which wasn't really a question per se. He just wrote the future of Power Rangers, so I'm assuming there was a question mark at the end of that. And the only comments I've got on that is Boom and IDW. Speaking about IDW, they just debuted a their Ninja Powers and Turtle Rangers. Yeah, I know that sounds weird to say, but
where they swap
Ninja
Ninja Turtles are
Power
actual Power
Rangers.
Rangers.
and vice versa.
That shit looks awesome.
It does. And that was, I think the cover you're talking about was for their series that's going on, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
That was the cover for number 4. It comes out March 18th. And really the only thing I've got, also on that cover, it's fucking Shredder as the Green Ranger, and he's got all them ninjas behind him. That cover is badass.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, that comes out March 14th. So, Justin, the only thing I can say is every time I've been in the comic shop, shout outs to Ben, I got them. He has nothing but awesome things to say about that Power Ranger series. Like, he tells me that he's got more people down for that comic book series than a lot of like the bigger two stuff. I know that like there's a Power Ranger series called Shock Grid or something to that effect that as far as like comic book Reddit, they have nothing but high praise to say, which is kind of rare for all of the mass majority of internet goers to agree it's really good. So as far as the future of Power Rangers, I don't know what the shows and TVs are all about, but I know in the comic book space, IDW is holding it down with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And then Robert Bobo Griffin, shout out to Robert. Bobo, thank you. Yeah, Bobo. Of course, I got Trey's last name right, but cannot get Bobo.
Yeah, Trey's last name was fucking Polish as shit.
I know.
And you were like, Bobo.
Robert wants to hear, he writes, I want to hear about some indie comics or new comics that you're reading. And I guess I'll go ahead and lead it. Robert, I did end up picking up a new #1. It's called Tomorrow. It's published by Burger Books. It's written by Peter Milligan and art by Jesus Hervez.
You just like that guy's got the same last name as you. You're like, Milligan? I like the cut of his jib.
He must be my cousin. And it's a sci-fi horror series. And the solicitation that I'll just read the solicitation because it's what got me to pick up this issue. It's a Russian computer virus has jumped the species barrier and wiped out most of the adult population, leaving the world precariously in the hands of the next generation. In the wake of devastation, musical prodigy Oscar Fuentes is separated from his twin sister Sarah. Stranded on opposite sides of the country, they're swept into rapidly evolving networks of teenage gangs. That was enough for me to go into the comic shop and pick up this
Why do you love human misery so much? I don't understand. We watched Parasite last night, and you were like, man, I don't know about this.
That's
and then
my
like when
champion.
things started getting weird, you were like, yes.
I'm for it. So that was Tomorrow #1, and then I also ended up picking up the new Scott Snyder and Charles Soule comic book that they're doing for Image called Undiscovered Country. So those are my two indie/new comic book series. Ashley, are you reading anything new or indie?
I mean, most of the stuff that I read is Image. But
Boom!
it's not like
Suck a
indie,
duck.
you know what I mean? I guess, I don't know. I'm going to say, so the new Donny Cates Thor, I'd say that's new.
It is.
You know what I mean? Because he's kind of taken over the mantle. I think there's only like 2 or 3 out right now. And he's no Jason Aaron, but I like it.
Few people are.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Damn. Well, to me, Donny Cates is like, this would be like this iteration's Jason Aaron for what he was to me. Because they write real similar, in my opinion.
They're the contemporaries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel
It's just that you
does
just
make me
dropped that
feel
bomb.
old.
I'm like, damn.
I get
Ashley?
used to, you get used to Jason Aaron's Thor for so long, and then they change it on you.
Yeah, well said.
Just got to get used to it.
Ed, what about you?
I haven't got it yet. I have something on order that's fairly new. It's called Bitter Roots. It's an Image book. Sanford Green, which I'm surprised I missed it first because I love his art. I first saw him on the Power Man Iron Fist. But it's basically kind of his 1920s like Harlem era like monster hunting book. So it just sounded really intriguing to me. So I'd ordered the first trade because the series is just now. They did a first trade and then took a break, and then now they're starting their second story arc. I think this last month or two. So that's the only, I guess, new thing I've been reading. Everything else is old stuff.
In the last two conventions that I've seen Sanford Green, one of them being at last year's Collective Con, man, his Bitter Root stuff looks really good in person, and he just was quickly selling out of those trades a lot. Man.
Yeah.
Like it's gotten a lot of praise.
Yeah, I know they just announced they're doing, I think it's going to be adapted to a series, so that's kind of getting that buzz about it too. So he's one of those guys, if he's drawing it, I'll get it. And the stories, the concept's even intriguing to me too. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be good on both sides of the table there.
Sounds good. And see, what about you? Anything new or indie?
Man, so I know Bob was a good guy, and I don't know what his experience is as far as I know he's the friendly neighborhood nerd, and I challenge Bobo to go back in time, shocker, to look at some older stuff that is indie, right? Because I know he's asking about it. Has he purged the libraries of older things? Dude, we talk about Ed Brubaker a lot on this show. Has he looked at all of Ed Brubaker's older stuff? Maybe like Incognito. Dude, even Killer Be Killed, if you want to be sort of like newer, right? Like creator-owned sort of stuff. Killer Be Killed is great. Steve Niles' Criminal Macabre. I recommend that if you like sort of like crime stories, but with a supernatural aspect to it that isn't kind of watered down. It's very gritty. Big ups Steve Niles, a fellow Marylander. He's from Baltimore. I won't hold it against him.
This is why I fucking love C. I asked him a very direct question, and he brought up old stuff, like, and it's such a seamless way.
Well, it's the thing, right? Like people forget that. I mean, dude, don't get me started. I'll fucking suggest Spawn. Spawn was the #1 indie comic book character in the '90s. Like, has he purged through that library yet? Like, has he looked at those comics? Those are cool.
What new
Those
stuff
are
are you
fun to
reading?
read.
Spawn.
Yeah, exactly, right?
300 issues in.
No, seriously.
I see your question and raise you a challenge.
No, this is Bodder's fault.
Questions intrigue me.
This is Bodder's fault because I'm only reading new shit because of Bodder, but it's all mainstream. I haven't been reading new
Well, he
indie
asked,
shit.
what are you reading, indie or new series? And
mean-
actually, friggin' brought up Thor. So
Yeah. Look, no, don't.
Oh.
You led.
it's-
No. Why is your face red? You led.
it's really hot. Man.
You led with indie. That's all I'm saying.
I said indie and new. Is there?
Look,
so
let's not fight. I hate it when we fight. Okay.
Well, what new comic book series do you want to
Please
mention?
don't yell at me. I'm right next to you. Please don't yell at me. I'm sorry. What new comic series? Well, no, okay. New comic book series. As far as something crazy that'll fucking mess with your head. New. God damn it. That's kind of relevant. American Vampire, because it's relevant because they are getting back into it. So I will suggest American Vampire. Hop on it now because Scott Snyder's about to jump right back into it with Rafa Albuquerque.
I should just recommended older stuff I was reading.
Yeah, man. That's why I was like, why isn't anybody seeing like the writing on the wall right now?
Okay.
Like people are assuming like
Gonna do that
Bobo.
from now on.
People are assuming Bobo's as old as we are. He's not. He's a young cat.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not familiar with some of the older indie titles that are still gold, man.
Adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters.
Yes.
Read that.
Immature radioactive samurai slugs.
I also moving on. I also had a comment from Shane, but all he wrote was movie Deadpool versus comic Deadpool, and just for the sake of time, I will challenge. I will pull a C and challenge Shane. Is there a specific question or comment that you want on that?
Is that like a preference? Or?
I'm not sure. But I mean,
Okay.
if we're doing preference, honestly, movie Deadpool. I have not read that many comic book Deadpool. I should be reading like the Gary Duggan stuff, and Brian Posehn, but I have not. But so the movie Deadpool to me is my preference. Ashley?
I would say the movie. I haven't been able to get through a whole Deadpool comic.
Yo, me neither. Me neither.
Yeah, who cares, right? Am I going to say it? Am I going to be the guy? Like, who gives a shit? I'm
He's
sorry.
been so overexposed.
I don't give a fuck about
worse
Deadpool.
than '90s Wolverine.
Deadpool is like Harley Quinn. You go to a fucking convent, like
Red and
convention.
black.
Yeah,
Sea of red
it's
and
like
black.
who are you going to see? A Harley Quinn or a fucking Deadpool?
Yeah.
That's so true.
I'm sick of it.
I guess for me,
The movie's just because it's less to deal with.
I will say,
Right.
I did.
Right.
Yeah, true. And I feel like I just get the whole package in 2 hours. I got
Right,
it.
and Ryan Reynolds is such a likable dude that you're
He's a
like,
likable
I
guy.
like
Yeah.
it. You
Yeah.
know, I like
I will
Ryan
say,
Reynolds.
I did really like Deadpool and Rick Remender's Uncanny X-Force series.
That's
I thought
different, right? He's a
stood out.
supporting
Yeah.
character. He's a comic relief. Perfect. Could I handle a fucking 40-page comic book filled with goddamn Deadpool? God, I don't need it. I don't. Not in my life.
Fair. That's fair.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Diabetes? I don't want it. Yeah, that's right. Figure that one out.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out whose hand is being raised for diabetes.
It's saccharin. It's just fucking
Nah, I gotcha.
no nourishment, but just junk food.
All right.
There is one that. Sorry, I'm looking up the guy who wrote Stray Bullets. His name just escaped my head. He did a Max series with an artist I like, Kyle Baker. They did like a little mini series. I thought that was pretty good. If I had to pick one Deadpool,
There was a Deadpool series where he kind of goes.
David Laffin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
good. There was a Deadpool series where he was going, I think, either back in time or back through old literature books and doing his Deadpool thing.
Illustrated. Deadpool Illustrated.
Yeah, that one was pretty
That's a cool
good.
title.
Yeah.
But that's about it, right? I don't know. Like after you see Deadpool,
I don't know.
you see the title,
The
and
title's
it's like
still kind of.
it's like, oh, okay, I've seen this. I read it already.
Yeah.
Got it. Read it. You know?
And that was the last response / question we got.
Okay, wait. Before
What's
we
up?
get labeled as fucking like, nah, I'm just saying
I recommend something.
it makes sense. No. Deadpool wise, it makes sense
Yeah.
because his whole shtick is that he's based on jokes, right?
Yeah.
But if The problem with that is that the kind of jokes he's based off of are setup, punchline, setup, punchline, setup, punchline. If you already see the setup punchline coming, then you've experienced Deadpool.
The fourth wall joke is
right. Like it's like, oh, I know what Deadpool's shtick is. Is it going to change?
and that's why he succeeds as like you said, like as a supporting character.
Supporting
'Cause you
character
can
is
break
perfect.
up a tone.
Yeah, correct.
If the goofball comes
If something
in,
is
and then-
heavy,
yeah.
he can lighten the tension up.
But if it's
right?
all that, it's just one joke the whole time. That's
right. Like
it's tough.
All the Weapon X stories were always great because you had like Sabretooth, fucking sometimes Mystique. You had Maverick, you had Silver Fox, you had Wolverine, and like Wolverine's like, I don't fucking remember who I am, and then Sabretooth's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you on your birthday.
You were
and
in a
then, like,
circus, right? And a farmer.
Yeah, and then like Deadpool would just be like, Hey Logan, I shot you. You know, like it's like, oh, okay, good. He works best there.
I got oversaturated with the chimichanga jokes way too. So, anyways, hopefully, Shane, that was what you wanted.
Sorry, Shane.
Feel free to send an email if you want something specific. But I do want to go ahead and shout out Trey, Shaggy Black, Justin, Robert, and Shane for sending in some questions, man. Always appreciate that. And of course, if you've got a comment, gripe, a champion, something that you want to ask us, or even talk about any of the topics.
Well, not a gripe, especially with Bobo, because he's a fucking wrestler, and he'll put my head through a wall.
Yeah, I ain't messing with that.
I want to see that.
Yeah. All of us.
Well, maybe not in this studio per se. Like maybe the old studio.
Butter's like,
Let's go back to the
doesn't Drew live there now?
Yeah, the whole would be great, right?
It won't look any. Yeah, I don't think it'll look any worse.
Oh, damn. Oh, Chad, I still love that place. But, yo, if you've got...
I mean with him living there.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Welcome to this old house. I'm Bob Vila.
But like
it's
I
an
said...
attack on Drew, not your place.
If you want to send your thoughts on any of the topics we discussed, shoot us an email at theshortboxjacks@gmail.com, or you could leave a short voicemail at Google on our Google number 904.
You'll call us. We don't get enough voicemails, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
904-580-4095. Be warned, there is a very creepy ass Cesar voicemail in the beginning, but once you get past that, leave a voicemail.
It's business as usual.
Yeah, same old. And it's a good time to send an email because, like I said, you send us an email by March 15th, you'll be entered in a chance to win those pair of Collective Con 3-day tickets.
Ooh.
Well, with that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap up this episode with our infamous champion season segment. Champion season, for those of you tuning in for the first time, is our last segment of the show. It is our opportunity to go around the table and everyone gets a chance to highlight one or two things within pop culture that has really resonated with us this week. It could be a movie, a comic book, a TV series, an event, just something that we feel, hey, this is really dope and more people should be checking it out. Let's start with you, Ashley. What are you going to champion today?
I've got two quick ones. So I finally watched Jojo Rabbit. I don't know if anybody's watched
What
that
is
yet.
Haven't yet.
So it's
Taika Waititi film.
Waititi. So he did Thor Ragnarok and Hunt for the Wilder People, and it's a comedy about a little Nazi boy.
Set this up. I'm ready
I
to hear
know
it.
it's hard. So and he's
Little
like,
Nazi boy.
It's hard to set it up in an endearing way.
yeah, and Hitler's his imaginary friend, and it's played by Taika Waititi because I guess he couldn't get anybody else to do it.
Okay, hold on. This is like controversial on a Mel Brooks level. You have a Jewish guy
springtime for
playing
Hitler.
Hitler in a little boy's imagination who is a part of the Nazi youth.
And it has Sam Rockwell, Rebel
he's
Wilson. Awesome. It was just
she's great.
It's a comedy, but it just absolutely will just like break your heart apart. Like it. Oh, Scarlett Johansson's in it too.
Right.
Yes.
It's labeled as a comedy, but just like be read. It's really good. Like I can't stop thinking about it. I saw it last weekend. And then also to kind of make myself not so sad after that movie was over, I've been watching The Tick.
Spoon. Wait, which tick?
Well, the,
I like how, wait, whoa, before we
new
give you props.
one.
Okay, it's still good.
It
On
is
Amazon,
so good.
on
Yeah,
Amazon
the
Prime?
new
On Amazon Prime season 2.
the tone is perfect on that
The
show.
tone
That's a
is
great
perfect.
show.
Nobody's ever going to be Patrick Warburton for me, but if anybody's going to try, it's Peter Serafinowicz. Like I
guy's great.
love that guy.
Peter Serafinowicz is the tick in
Yeah.
my mind. Like Patrick Warburton plays. I can't see it. Like
It
he's
was the
like,
voice.
yeah, it's me. I'm Patrick Warburton. I'm gonna be the tick for you guys. guys. Hope you don't mind.
You kind of killed it with that one.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, I'm like, you busted out some new songs, some new voices. Yo, this 3 week
Yo, I'm hustling for that money, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
But it's like, yo, it's coming in the mail, son.
But yeah, it's great. I love it.
Okay, thank you. Oh, real quick, I wanted to actually give yes, you and Ed props. Because last time we met, that Salty Sunday episode, you guys had both championed the Harley Quinn series on the DC
Oh
app.
yeah, you
So
watched
funny.
it.
Yeah, I got up to episode, I think, 3.
It's like Venture Brothers.
Yo,
Yeah, it's
and that's how they
great Venture
described
Brothers.
it. So hilarious. Like,
I think everyone agreed to. It's like it's a bit much of the cursing.
on the cursing.
Cursing's
Like, cursing
a lot.
has got me. I'm like, geez.
And I don't mind
Louise.
cursing usually, but I was like,
Yeah.
man, that's
It's a
kind
little
of
heavy-handed on
unnecessary.
Yes. Yes, I like this nest of old people on here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Because I was like, wow, did she? That's unnecessary.
I was like, well, she didn't have to say the F word in that. I mean, she could have described that, use a different adjective. But anyways, it is really good. So thank you. Ed, what are you going to champion today?
So I've got a champion, Letterkenny. Have you guys seen that show? So my friend Heather has been wanting me to watch the show for months. Like always asking me. She even gave me her Hulu password.
Damn, that's true. When someone gives
Yeah.
you that, it's like you need to watch it.
She gave me that and still didn't watch it.
You might not get it back.
So I went down the Dr. Pimple Popper MD.
Wait, is that on Hulu?
Oh yeah, sure is.
Oh, shit.
I don't know, seeing like a
It's-
very
it's
attractive
very-
lady doing
it's
terrible things. It's
therapeutic.
intriguing.
It's
Ew,
therapeutic.
Yeah. It's like I had this cyst for 35
Ew.
years. I'm like, oh god. So, but anyway, but Letterkenny is
Talk
like
squirty to me.
But it's a Canadian comedy, so it takes place in this small town, like of 5,000 people. It's very dry. If you kind of like British humor, even some Canadian kind of comedy, very dialogue heavy. A lot of the thing that I like is just the bizarre Canadian slang that's used that I didn't understand the first episode. It's like they're speaking English. I have no idea what they're saying, but it's a very funny show. It's like the main characters is he's like a farmer, young guy, and they just basically sit around and talk, and he gets in fights. It's very funny. It doesn't sound like I'm really building this up well, but it's a very, if you like kind of
Go on.
dry kind of dialogue heavy humor with some fight scenes, and it has that kind of weird Canadian politeness with the cursing and the weird slang and all the drug references and stuff. Very funny show. Highly recommend it.
All right, fantastic. See,
There is stuff. I'm sorry. There's a bunch of clips on YouTube just to kind of get an idea. So if you want to do that first before checking it out, but yeah, the show is very funny.
good warning. Good warning. See, what are you going to champion?
So I supported a Kickstarter about 7 months back for a documentary called In Search of Darkness. And it is basically a documentary on 80s horror. And it's hosted by Elvira.
Oh,
And
that's
she's I should say she's Cassandra
Pitch
Peterson.
Rider, yeah, still hot.
Yes. And they break it down from 1980 to freaking 1989. Every hit movie.
No
that
Joe Bob?
year. Joe Bob is in it.
Yes,
Dude, a lot of Joe Bob
Nice.
in it. And it's freaking great. Joe Bob Briggs, Corey Taylor from Slipknot. I was like, about Slipknot, but about Corey Taylor, this movie, this documentary has made me like, bro, I fuck with you.
Which mask guy is he?
He's the lead singer.
Oh, this okay.
Yeah. He also did Stone Sour, that band. I'm not really impressed with his musical body, but his knowledge of comics and horror, he seems like one of us. He seems like and he seems like a nice guy too. So, yeah, Joe Bob Briggs is in it. Corey Taylor, Cassandra Peterson, Stuart Gordon. God, who else? Larry Cohen, Joe Dante.
Wow.
God, it's got Tom Holland. Everybody.
Tom Holland?
Yes, dude.
He's even born yet.
Dude, Tom Holland. No, well, Tom Holland, the guy that directed Child's Play.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Damn,
Yeah. And Larry
Okay.
Cohen, who directed Q, the Winged Serpent. If you remember
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Yeah. They talk about it. Doug Bradley's in it. Anybody who's anybody that is horror in the 80s is in this, and it's freaking awesome. And it is over 4 hours long.
Wow.
Because they go through the entire decade. And I'm sitting here like, I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning and started watching it. And it was 7. And it's just like, I'm still watching it. it doesn't end. It's never
How did they
going
send?
away.
Was it just digitally sent to you, or was it?
No. I got a Blu-ray.
Oh, cool.
And I got a
Physical
Elvira
media,
Yeah,
nice.
an Elvira poster, an Elvira enamel
Nice.
pin.
What?
Yeah, and a postcard that comes with it with like this really sick ass painted sort of like collage of characters, like with Jeff Goldblum's The Fly and like dolls and
Oh, they go for The Fly too. Okay.
dude, 1986, 87. So it's there.
I guess that's hard. Yeah,
So like,
body horror. Yeah.
oh, dude, they talk about Cronenberg. They talk about Videodrome scanners. Like it's choice.
Nice.
Quite good.
Damn.
Yeah.
Even like the super like. Is it more like mainstream stuff, or is it
Name it, Ed. Name it,
Just my mind just went blank.
dude. Frank Henenlotter's in it.
I swear
Oh,
to God,
Frankenhooker. Okay. Okay.
Ashley, me and you are in the same boat.
Basket case?
and I'm sure you can relate.
Basket Case gets a lot of love.
Okay.
Sometimes when they name drop these movies, I'm like, did they just pull that out of their ass?
just making names
real
up.
quick. It just
You have to be dead inside first, Potter.
Yeah.
like the two that I just heard.
There's a
that
lot
I was
of
like,
self-sabotage
That don't
goes into
sound like
this.
a project. But me and Ashley are like, yeah.
It's called.
Cute, the wing serpent. I was like, what the fuck?
You know why they called it-
Pimple? What do you say, Mr. Pimple?
Mr. Pimple.
Oh, is Society 80s? Or is that 90s?
God, I love the R2 old dudes. I fucking love these guys.
19. No, I don't know.
Because that's a pretty. Just the last scene of that is pretty insane.
Heavy. They called it Q because Quetzalcoatl would be too long of a title.
No one knew how to
yes.
Google search that.
Right.
Thank you.
Anyway,
No.
In Search of Darkness is the
That's
name
cool.
of the
Kickstarter.
movie. You can probably buy it.
Is it on any streaming or is it still physical?
I think it's still physical.
Okay.
But they have you could. They gave me a digital option. Like they sent me an email saying you can claim it with this code. So
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
it's there. I'm sure
Nice.
if you want to fork some money over, it's worth it.
Sounds awesome.
If you're a fan of like 80s movies, even if you don't like horror movies, it's still fun to watch because you get all these people that either helped make it or Angry Video Game Nerd is in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, James Rolfe.
He knows his shit.
Yeah,
That guy's
I was
really knows
I
his
was
stuff.
very shocked to see him in it. I was like, oh shit, James Rolfe, what are you doing there?
He knows
And-
horror. He knows Godzilla. Like
Yes,
really. in depth.
dude. His Godzilla knowledge is impressive.
Suck it, Corey.
Dude, I'll put James Rolfe against Corey any day. And Corey, if he knows who James Rolfe is, he might have to,
Bow down.
at least it's, concede to that. But anyway, In Search of Darkness, it's very good. I highly recommend it.
Thank you, C. That was solid. That was solid. I've got 3 quick ones I'm gonna give.
Well, that's about all we
I was
have
waiting
for
on.
today.
I was waiting on. Thank you.
Look at the
thank you.
time, folks.
Wouldn't be the short box without
Without C's predictable, mediocre jokes.
without the disrespect. Was I going to say? But I like that better. The 4th season of Hip Hop Evolution, which is on Netflix, came out earlier this year.
So all you hipsters that don't know shit, Botter
Yo.
can be mad at you.
Well, if you don't know shit about hip hop, I feel like if you watch the whole series, you'll probably be caught up, but it'll be fake.
Posers.
You ain't live it.
I love it. I
But
love
Hip
it.
Hop Evolution is a music documentary series that profiles the history of hip hop music through interviews of a lot of like cultural figures in the genre. This current series is a little more modern. It covers things like New Orleans bounce, the rise of Cash Money, No Limit. It covers the Memphis music scene, which even for me was kind of new. They were doing horrorcore rap before horrorcore rap really was a big thing.
What?
Before
What about
Grave
Grave
Diggers?
Diggers?
Yo, well before Grave Diggers.
Bullshit.
Well before Grave. Yo, well before Grave Diggers. Trust me, Memphis music scene was insanely.
I like how both Ed and I
dark.
were like, before Grave Diggers?
What?
Nay? Trust
With
me.
a Z?
Blasphemy, sir.
All
right.
Let me see. They also covered. They had an episode dedicated to super producers, which was fantastic. So like Timbaland, the Neptunes, Kanye, Jay Dilla, and then my personal favorite episode was the last one that covered. That focused on the importance of the mixtape scene during the early 2000s, which I cannot reiterate is one of my favorite aspects of the genre.
They talk about
So,
Just Blaze.
I think he's on one of the earlier ones. But look, the whole Hip Hop Evolution show is fans. I cannot recommend it enough. If you're a hip hop head that's a diehard like me, or just someone that just wants to kind of understand the culture a little better, it is a fantastic documentary series. So the 4th season's out. I recommend it. I will also champion Parasite. To C's point, I went ahead and watched that yesterday, and I'm still
Have you
thinking
guys
about
seen
that
it?
movie.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You saw it, and you haven't seen it. Okay.
Yeah. For those that don't know, it's directed by Bong Joon-ho, right?
You watch your goddamn mouth. How dare you?
Which just makes me kind of want to watch his other work like Snowpiercer and The Host, I guess. And
Host is great.
Okay, so that one's good. This movie follows members of a poor family who scheme to become employed by a wealthy family by infiltrating their household and posing as
Did win best picture, so
dude. It won like it swept. Yeah, hella
It was
award.
good. I don't think it was that good.
I agree.
loved it.
I agree.
It was good. I don't think it was that good.
I think
enough,
this message won it the Oscar.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, look, for me,
Because I think his other movies are better.
For me,
Yes.
I loved it. I felt like this was a great commentary on. I'm sorry, oh my god! On the. Oh my god! What is going on? I'm having a super brain fart right now.
Yo, you fucking
Sorry.
drunk.
It is a great
Stop drinking.
commentary on climate change as well as the impacts of classism in like a very tasteful
With
way.
no
Like,
likable people.
No, they're pieces of
No,
shit.
not at all.
Everybody. There's
Not at
no
all.
one to
God
really
damn
like.
it, man. That for me, it was a roller coaster, man. I mean, C can attest. There was moments where I was just like laughing so fucking hard out loud. In the
Usually at
theater.
human misery. Yeah. You're like,
Well, that panty
Everybody
scene,
was
that
getting
panty
killed at the birthday?
Well, no, not at all. That was very intense. But that panty scene was like hilarious
God.
as fuck to me. There was moments that was like super tense. I mean, it and then even emotional, man. That shit had me like watery eyed for a couple moments. I liked it a lot, so I recommend it to anyone that's trying to catch it before it leaves theaters. I know like Sunray brought it back for a little bit because of its big
by me
win.
saying it's still a good movie. I'm just saying in his catalog, I don't want to say it's not a good movie.
it was
which
a
is good news
movie.
for me because I kind of want to check out more of his stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good movie.
and then the last thing I'll champion is the Black Beach exhibit by some Shortbox alumni and good friends of the show. This exhibit is done by Dustin Harewood, Malcolm Jackson,
Okay.
and Jordan Walter, a.k.a. Jordy. It centers on the largest and most popular black-only beach community in Northeast Florida. It was established in 1935 in direct defiance of the Jim Crow laws. It was located in Amelia Island. It was called American Beach. And the land was purchased and developed by one Abraham Lincoln Lewis, who was the first black millionaire in the state of Florida. The mixed media exhibit runs until May 27th. Once again, it's called Black Beach, an exhibition devoted to and inspired by Black history in Northeast Florida. It is currently up at the Cathedral. It's up at the Cathedral Arts Project, Heather Moore Community Gallery on Laura Street in Jacksonville downtown. So it's right next to like Chamblin's downtown and the library. But it's a great show, man. Like big shout out to Dustin, Jordy, and Malcolm. I went on their opening night. It was jam packed, and what was really cool was seeing some of the older attendees. I mean, well into their 50s and 60s, who approached Dustin and Malcolm and Jordy and said, "Hey, you guys did this justice. Like, we remember going to this beach as youths and being in Jacksonville and like really kind of experiencing segregation and things like that. And that beach really meant a lot to us. And you boys did it good. So big shout outs to them, man. It was a great night.
That's great, man.
Malcolm put up like some fantastic photography, like he always does. Harewood had some great paintings on the wall. Jordy had printed out some really awesome shirts. There was like a dope ass surfboard there. I mean, when it comes to mixed media, they had it covered. So big shout outs to them. I recommend anyone who's a fan of the show or a fan of their work to check it out. Once again, that is taking place at the Heather Moore Community Gallery on Laura Street, or just look up Black Beach. All right. Well, that is the end of our champion season.
Thank you for bringing a little class to this episode, brother. Appreciate that. I don't know what these ruffians were talking about, but I'd like to talk about Black Beach.
Nah, I mean, look, we did bring up the Eisner Award-winning Suck a Duck series. So, I mean, Ashley brought the class early on.
Two-time Eisner Award.
Two-time.
Damn it, I need to start disrespecting. That being said, any last-minute comments or anything, shout-outs you guys want to give?
Keep an eye out for Suck a Duck coming to you.
Suck a Duck. So you got any last words? Anything you want to plug? Shout-outs, shameless things?
Nothing right now.
All right. Ed, what about you?
I will be at
And that is the end of our show, ladies.
Oh, out of time. Damn it.
Wow.
I felt good. That's why you did it. I like it.
Oh, my God.
You sick bastard.
So we're just going to go down the line and do that every time someone starts to talk.
Now, can we actually kill that joke? I'm fine with killing it. That'll be the last time.
Sure.
Oh, I was going to do it to Ashley. Oh, I'm bummed now. I will be at Gods and Monsters for Free Comic Book Day.
Nice.
Damn.
Set up. So
Damn.
I'm glad. Haven't been back in probably a year, so it'll be fun going back and seeing those folks again. They're awesome.
All right. So, Gods and Monsters in Orlando, right?
Yep.
Cool. Ashley, you got anything lined up? Anything going on?
Just gonna be hanging out till we record again.
This is a comfortable couch. We're hanging out.
Thank
We're
you.
not leaving.
Thank you.
So fucking creepy,
That was,
Ashley.
yeah, that was like hanging
like,
out here.
Yeah, I'm
until
gonna
we
be fucking licking windows till I fucking hang out again. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know,
Oh my god!
just straight being a bro. You know what I mean?
I got
Wearing scarves, wearing hats. You know how I am, right, Butter? You fucker.
Yo, you got space in that balcony of yours? Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm not allowed to wear a scarf.
I will go ahead and shout out our patrons. I should have done it in the beginning, but I want to go ahead and shout out our Patreon supporters, all of
Absolutely.
you guys for holding it down.
You know what's funny? As soon as we get serious, it's like, all right, now.
Our radio voices turn on.
Listen, I would like to shout out.
Yeah.
It's the NPR voice.
No,
Very soft.
no, but no. On a serious note, big shout outs to our Shortbox patrons. As they know, and many of you that have dabbled in podcasts, it is not easy to put out shows, to be consistent. It is not, and it's not cheap neither. So all the support that we get from our Shortbox patrons does not go unnoticed or unappreciated. It means the world to us. And if you are interested in supporting the show, helping us keep the lights on while enjoying bonus episodes, exclusive interviews, bonus merch, we've got our first quarter Shortbox Patreon gift. Cesar's doing that. That'll be coming out at the end of March. So I mean, we give back, man. If you help us out, we definitely have some
Give us
things.
your fucking money.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
And listen to
Do
us
it.
more. Yeah.
Give us to. I will not eat. I don't eat if I don't have it.
So-
I'm letting you, please.
So you could check out
Please.
what we have to offer on patreon.com/theshortbox.
Do you not want me and my wife to eat?
Yo, please, just fucking feed Cesar. Jeez.
This caviar is not buying itself, people.
So yeah, check out our Shortbox Patreon page for bonus episodes and all that good stuff. And then also one other thing. We will be at not only Collective Con March 20th through the 22nd, but we'll also be set up at the Duval Comic and Zine Fest. That's a Saturday, March 28th, 12 to 4 p.m. at the Downtown Library.
Decaz.
Yes, it is Jacksonville's first ever zine festival, taking place at the main library downtown. Come enjoy a day of vendor tables of independent creators, creator presentations, and zine making workshops. Shout out to Lindsay Anderson and James Green. Like I said, that'll be March 28th. That's a Saturday. We'll be set up there.
Go on
showcasing
out there.
The
Yeah.
podcast.
Feel good in your soul.
Yeah. So with that being said, that is the end of our episode. We will be back to our regular weekly recordings. So you can expect Shortbox goodness 3 times a month and a little bit
Is that
more.
what we're calling it?
If a Shortbox goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
right.
It's better than when I used to sign out
You
with.
like lying to the people, huh?
Damn, what was my sign out? Keep it geeky or some dumb
What?
shit.
Did you say that? Did you used to say
That
that?
was before I started.
No.
I don't remember that.
I
don't
vividly
that.
remember. I remember.
Potter's like, keep it freaky and geeky.
I said something dumb, and then something like,
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to Shortbox. Pull out your dicks. What?
No, wait,
Potter?
it was more.
That's inappropriate.
I
My
think-
mom listens to
I
this.
think I tried it once, and then you and C both were like, and it was like,
Wait, what was it?
it was like, I was like,
This is interesting.
until
I don't
next
remember
week,
this.
keep it geeky or something.
No, you did
Dude, I
not.
swear to God,
I would have flipped the table over.
And here's the thing. When I had to edit the episode, you could.
It was just quiet.
No,
Like
of
we're
course,
like-
no. As it was a weird edit because I had to cut it as soon as I said "keep it geeky" because all you heard after that was
What?
Ed like, "What the fuck was that?" And then C was like, "What did you just say?" I only did it once, and that was that. I said, "Well, that's a terrible sign out."
Maybe
All
run
right,
that by.
Shortbox. All right, Shortboxers, thanks for listening and tuck in your lips. What does that even mean?
Maybe run that by the group. Maybe test that out.
You know?
You said, "Pull out your dicks." That's a weird fucking. That's
I don't know why you said that, Potter.
No, you.
Potter, that was really weird that you said that.
This will be fun. I needed this. That being said, we'll be back next week. Unless you're a Shortbox patron, there'll probably be a bonus episode.
Give us your fucking money.
All right, see, they got it.
Give me your money.
All right, we're signing out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until then, catch you then. Wait,
what?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Keep it geeky.
You boy.
Yo, what happened to peace? Peace.